Today we are going to discuss wave propagation in cold plasma. First of all, I would like to say something about what is cold plasma. Actually, when you say cold plasma, it means temperature does not play a major role in discussing any phenomenon in such a plasma. Actually, in this case, the ionized gas is very rarer, pressure is quite low, and so that density is very small. In such a plasma, collision is almost negligible. That is, in discussion, we can consider that there is no collision, and hence, in this condition, there is no damping effect, and when there will be no damping, there will be no loss of energy. In fact, in this case, conductivity of the medium is purely imaginary. So these are the important characteristics of cold plasma, and in such a cold plasma we are going to discuss wave propagation. In fact, you can take an ideal example which naturally exists in our nature of cold plasma, that is ionosphere. And in this section of lecture, we will discuss a very important concept of ionospheric reflection of electromagnetic wave, which is in fact a very important concept regarding the radio wave propagation or through the ionosphere. So first of all, to discuss the wave propagation in cold plasma, we will derive a very basic equation, and that very basic equation is called Kleene-Gordon equation, or you can say this Kleene-Gordon equation is nothing. It is simply the general equation of wave propagating through the cold plasma, and then we will discuss the different conditions or the equation in different conditions or in different situations separately. But first of all, I am going to find the basic equation of this wave propagation, and that basic equation is called Kleene-Gordon equation. So to find the Kleene-Gordon equation, let us start with Maxwell's time-dependent equation, or you can say Maxwell's curl equations. You know there are two curl equations of Maxwell, and starting from that equation, we can get the equation which is called Kleene-Gordon equation. So Maxwell's curl equations are, either you can say Maxwell's curl equation or a time dependent equation. In fact, you know this is curl of E, which is written as del cross E, and this is equal to minus del B by del T. And you know this B is actually equal to what? This is mu naught H. Here mu is equal to mu naught, this because the medium is in fact very rarer. So we take the permeability equal to permeability of the free space. And so B has been replaced by mu naught H. Since mu naught is an absolute constant, so we can write it minus mu naught del H by del T, and say this is equation 1. The another curl equation of Maxwell is given as del cross H is equal to J plus del D by del T. You know it. Here you know this J is in fact conduction current density, and we can write it as J plus del del T. And you know the electric displacement D is epsilon E, and here epsilon is simply equal to epsilon naught, because we are treating the medium very rarer, and epsilon naught is again a constant, so we may write it as J plus epsilon naught del E by del T, and say this is equation 2. So these are the two Maxwell's curl equations or time dependent equation. Now to find the basic equation of wave motion in this cold plasma, now let us take the curl of this equation 1. So taking curl of equation 1, what we will get? See here, curl means we will operate the operator del cross on this equation. So this will be del cross E. This is curl of E, and this is equal to, see the RHS. So this will be in fact, as mu naught is constant, so we take it out, minus mu naught, and del cross del H by del T. And you know these two operators, that is del operator and the del T operator, are interchangeable. It means when we will interchange these two operators, the result will remain unaffected. So we may write it as minus mu naught del T del cross H. And see the equation number 2. Here del cross H has been defined, and this is equal to J plus epsilon naught del E by del T. So after the use of this equation, we may write this is minus mu naught del T, and del cross H will be replaced by J plus epsilon naught del E by del T. Here just we have used the equation number 2. So this is using equation 2. Now see this expression and operate the operator del T on both of the terms. So when we will operate this operator, what will be the result? This will be simply minus mu naught del J by del T minus mu naught epsilon naught del 2E by del T square. So let us write it. So you can say this del cross E, this is equal to what? This is minus mu naught epsilon naught del 2E by del T square and minus mu naught del J by del T, and say this is equation 3. Now you know what is J. In fact, this conduction current density J is equal to what? This is NEV. You know this every term in this equation, and we can write this n as n naught plus n prime EB. Actually, when I was dealing with the plasma oscillation, then I have used this concept. In this expression, what is this n naught? Actually, n naught is equilibrium particle density. That is when the plasma medium was undisturbed, no wave was propagated. In that very condition, the plasma particle density was n naught. So it is called equilibrium plasma particle density. That is number of plasma particle per unit volume, particle density. And this n prime is what? This is actually perturbed particle density. That is when wave is propagated through the plasma medium, the medium is disturbed, and in that condition the plasma particle density is n prime. So it is called perturbed plasma particle density. And you know, this is in fact E is the charge of the plasma particle and V is the drift velocity. So you know it, and therefore, as in our equation there is the term del J by del T. So now let us evaluate it. This del J by del T, this is equal to del T n naught plus n prime EB, and we can write it. This is del T n naught EB and plus del T n prime EB. So you can see this term, as I have mentioned in the discussion of plasma oscillation, actually this term is first order term. This is first order term, and you know this term is actually second order term. This is second order term, and you know when we in fact make the equation linear, in that very condition we neglect the higher order term and keep in our equation only the first order term. So you can say to linearize the equation, we neglect the second order term, or you may say quadratic term, and hence in this under this assumption our quantity del J by del T will be what? So you can say under this condition del J by del T will be equal to del T n naught into EB. And you can see as it is the plasma particle density in undisturbed condition, and we also consider a uniform plasma, and so this n naught is a constant and E is in fact universal constant. So this will be n naught E del V by del T, and say this is equation 4. Now we will write the equation of motion of this plasma. In fact, here in writing the equation of motion, we are just neglecting the magnetic field and consider that the plasma particle experiences only the force due to electric field. So you can write the equation of motion. So now the equation of motion is, in fact, what will be it? M mass into acceleration del V by del T, and this will be equal to electric force, and this is E into E, where E is electric field. Here I have written del V by del T instead of dV by dt. Why? You know, in fact, this velocity V may be also space dependent. It is time dependent, but it may be V may be equal to V of R and T. But here, while writing the equation of motion, we consider only the time dependence of this velocity, drift velocity V. So we take the partial derivative assuming that R is constant. It means you are writing equation of motion at any time t at a given position, that is for a fixed value of R. And so instead of dV by dt, we write simply del V by del T. And from here you can see what will be this del V by del T. This will be actually equal to E over M into E, and say this is equation 5. So you can see I have just I have found the value of del V by del T, and let us now substitute this value of del V by del T from equation 5 in equation 4. So you can say, so del J by del T, del J by del T will be what? This is n naught E into del V by del T, but del V by del T is this much. So you can write this is E over M E. And what is this? This is n naught E square by M into E. In fact, we can arrange this term in a particular manner. Let us in fact multiply this equation in RHS by epsilon naught n naught E square by epsilon naught M. We have just multiplied and divided by the quantity epsilon naught, so the result is unaffected. But you know what is this n naught E square by epsilon naught M? This is actually equal to a square of the plasma frequency. So we may write it as this is epsilon naught omega P square E, omega p square E, and say this is in fact equation 6. Here what is this omega p square? I have written is instead of n naught E square over epsilon naught m, and you know this is plasma frequency. Plasma frequency. Omega p will be equal to a square root of this much, and that is called plasma frequency. Now let us substitute this value of del J by del T in this equation, which is actually equation number 3. Actually this is equation 3, yes, this is equation 3. This is equation number 3. Now we will substitute the value of del J by del T in this equation and see the form of this equation. In fact, del J by del T is multiplied by mu naught, so simply we will multiply the value of del J by del T by mu naught. And what will be our result? So you can see, so using this in equation 3, when we will use this in equation 3, what will be our result? This will be simply del cross E, and this is equal to minus, you have seen in equation 3, this is minus mu naught epsilon naught del 2E by del T square, and here is minus mu naught del J by del T, and in fact we have find that del J by del T is equal to epsilon naught omega p square, so this will be minus mu naught epsilon naught omega p square into E. And see this equation, we can write it as del cross E, this is equal to, let us take this factor minus mu naught epsilon naught as a common factor. So what will be our result? This will be del 2E by del T square and plus omega p square E. And you know, in fact, the speed of EMW, electromagnetic wave, in free space, you know it, this is given as C equal to 1 over root over mu naught into epsilon naught, and so this implies this mu naught epsilon naught will be equal to what? This will be 1 over C square, and so we can write it as del cross E, and take the term in RHS in LHS, so this will be plus 1 over C square del 2E by del T square and plus omega p square into E, and this equal to 0. Actually, this very equation is known as Kleene-Gordon equation, and as I have told you previously, that this is the basic equation of wave in case of cold plasma. Actually, we will discuss this basic equation in different conditions while dealing with the wave propagation in cold plasma. So this equation is known as Kleene-Gordon equation. This is Kleene-Gordon equation. Kleene-Gordon equation. And as I have told you, this is nothing, this is simply the basic equation of wave motion in case of cold plasma. So this is all about the Kleene-Gordon equation and cold plasma. In fact, in next lecture we will discuss the waves in cold plasma. In this lecture I have just find the basic equation, and the discussion of this basic equation will be in the second lecture.